stuff, right?
All right, so welcome everyone to episode 7 of the DenSI podcast. Joining us in the studio, as always, Laura Murphy. Laura, thanks for being here.
It's a pleasure.
All right, we have 3 East Coasters on the call tonight. A couple of different states represented, so we'd love to hear from them. We'll start with you, Mr. Fisher.
Hey, thanks for hosting again, Brandon. And this year I'm making it so far without any technical difficulties. Last year I sort of blew up trying to get back on here, but so far so good. I'm David Fisher. I'm from Boca Raton, Florida, down in sunny Palm Beach County. I'm going into my 24th or 25th year of teaching. I am a STEM resource teacher at an elementary school here in Boca, although this year I started the year as that and finished off teaching 4th grade because a teacher left. So bending and flexing mid-year. This is my 7th Summer Institute. It's an awesome experience. And yes, Discovery Ed and everyone on the DEN team, thank you so much for having me back once again. It's just, it's great. It's the best week of PD you'll ever have.
All right, so David just covered the whole episode. We'll see you guys later. Denisha, over to you. Welcome back.
Thank you. My name is Denisha Reed. I have been an educator for, this is going to be my 15th year. I was sitting here adding that up while David was talking, and I thought, oh my goodness, 15 years now. I'm an instructional technology teacher for the school district, and in Pensacola, Florida, I work for Escambia County School District, and I am going to be attending the DEN Summer Institute for the 2nd time, and thank you, Discovery Education, for allowing me to come back another year.
All right. Seth, welcome aboard. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Hello. My name is Seth Guerin, and I'm from Cary, North Carolina. I'm a week and a half away from finishing my 3rd year of teaching at a year-round school, and I have heard so much about the DenSI, the Summer Institute. I'm so excited. I'm a little nervous, but I think that's okay to be a little nervous sometimes. And I could not be more excited, more thankful for not only the Discovery Ed team for picking me, but also the Discovery Ed team at my school for even letting me know about the opportunity.
All right, well, welcome aboard. Laura's nervous and she's not even going, so that's okay to be nervous.
I'm always nervous. Everything makes me nervous.
David, will you talk about why you keep coming back year after year? What is it?
Why do I keep coming back? Well, they keep saying yes, so there is that. But in truth, the Summer Institute is really it's really the best professional development around. All kidding aside, because you have, I guess the way to describe it is, and it's hard to experience this or understand this, Seth, perhaps for you immediately, but it's like the family reunion you really want to go to every single year. Because it doesn't really matter who's there from your family. You always want to see these people, and you're always going to get something new from them as the week goes on. Everybody comes in with an incredible set of skills and talents, and we just share back and forth what we love to do, and that's teach, tech, and learn from each other. So it's really a great time to recharge, pick up new ideas, and just have an awesome week of building new contacts, friendships, and relationships from across the country and wherever else educators happen to come from.
All right. Denisha, one of the things David talked about was that community. What is it about the community for you that makes such an impact on what you do?
That is a great question. I was just talking to some of the directors in my district about that recently. I learned so much in that 1 week. It took me all year to share everything that I learned, and didn't even get to share all of it. And when I had questions about things I was sharing in my district, I had that community right there. It doesn't end in that 1 week. You have them all year long through Facebook, through Twitter, through just making those connections and being able to talk to them all year long makes the community so meaningful. I've never been a part of a community before this, a learning community, a professional learning community, and I can't imagine not being a part of it.
I agree 100%.
I do too, and same with me. I never had a group that I could go to before then. So, and it's the only group that I really need, honestly.
Exactly. And you don't know what you're missing until you've been gotten to see it firsthand.
Very true. All right, so Seth, you've heard a little bit so far about the experiences. What's the thing that you're maybe the most nervous about or have some hesitation about?
Well, instantaneously, I'm thinking about, what does this even look like? You know, when you walk in on the first day, is it a big conference room, or is it a lot of little round tables? Is everyone just talking, or am I gonna, does everyone have a little "hello, my name is" name tag type of situation? It just seems like everyone is so tight already. Coming in as someone new, I mean, obviously we're expected to meet new people, and I can't wait for that. But it's like nerve-wracking because you're coming into such a tight community. We're already talking about it. You got to find your place in that community. That could be a little intense to think about.
Well, I can tell you this: there'll probably be a lot of squealing and hugging when you first get there. So I think that it really starts at the top with Porter and just how welcoming and knowledgeable she is about everybody. So Seth, you'll be shocked when you walk in and Porter's like, "Seth, how are you?" Like you've been best friends for years. So for me, it starts at the top with Porter and the love she has for this community. Denisha or David, you want to talk about just kind of like what it looks like coming in? Yeah.
Sure. It's so Seth. Pardon me. It is the what's the picture I want to paint here? Completely organized chaos. Is what it is. Here's the thing. So you're arriving on Sunday, right? The 12th.
Right.
So what tends to happen is, since we're in a dorm, it's like going back to college, right? For all of us again. There will be people there who will self-form themselves into a welcoming committee, and they will greet everybody at the door and usher them in to check-in, whether it's your first time or whether you're coming back for your second, third, or fourth time, but you couldn't make the Leadership Council segment beforehand. So you already know people here you can walk up to if nobody greets you immediately and say, "Hey, remember me? I'm here. What do I do?" Somebody will walk you in and get you squared away. You don't have to worry about that. There's no need for fear that it's going to be an uncomfortable situation at all, because people will make you feel welcome right from the minute you walk in the door.
Denise, you want to talk a little bit about that, your first experience with walking in as a new person?
David could not have said that any better. There are people there that will welcome you and make you feel at home and talk to you. And I felt the same way last year that you feel now, Seth. And you will be surprised at how friendly everyone is and how comfortable they make you feel. You won't be afraid to walk up and start a conversation with someone. You will be surprised at how comfortable you feel. It's okay to be nervous. I certainly was nervous going in, but as soon as you get there and get settled in, I think that you will find that those nerves will ease very quickly.
And then we want to talk about other logistics.
Sure.
Well, so usually the first day that you get there, you'll check in, you'll get to your room, you'll meet your roommates, and then that night there's usually like a barbecue or some sort of an event where you can hang out and talk to people, and then you'll have your list of sessions for the next day, and it'll start with breakfast, and then you'll go to your sessions. So that's kind of like in general how the whole
And there's the
the
outing
whole
as
week
well.
long. Yeah, there's the outing. Usually that's like the Monday that you get there.
So going back to the whole roommate thing, Seth, it's not like your general college roommate where you come in and you're like, who is this person?
And I got Star Trek stuff
yeah,
all over the wall.
Unless you're
that was me. Yeah, I was the Star Wars guy.
So it really is you're with like-minded individuals. So I don't think you seem like a pretty reasonable guy. So I think you'll fit right in.
Good.
Seth, what's one thing you're hoping to kind of pull out of Summer Institute when all is said and done?
Oh gosh. I was told about Summer Institute from my mentor, Wanda Ainley, who went to Summer Institute last year. And I have a list full of expectations and like things I'm so excited for. I can't wait to learn about all the new, essentially all the new tech that I've never seen or heard of before, which I think is incredible. And then I guess just really finding that community, because being such a young teacher, third-year teacher, going into fourth, really all I have right now is what's at my school. And I'm really excited to connect with the entire PLN that is Discovery Ed. I could not be more excited.
When we're off the air here, I'll have Laura give you her list of North Carolina people you can connect with. But Dave, you want to talk a little bit about that network, connecting beyond the four walls of Summer Institute?
It's really, really great segue, Brandon, and so important. Seth, the biggest thing for me, even though this is my seventh, is still for me connecting with everyone who's there, whether they're coming back again, but also more importantly is all of you guys who are coming for the first time, because there's a wealth of knowledge that will be present in Washington in July, and it's really worth everybody's time and effort to connect with one another and to continue to build your own connections in your own network. Because I guarantee you, it's hard to do so in a hangout tonight, but there will be things that you will be able to share with the rest of us that we might not have thought about in terms of how you use something in your classroom. Just as we'll be able to share things with you about how we use things in our classroom that you may not have thought about. And it really doesn't have anything to do with years in the classroom. It really has to do with how you approach what you do in your classroom. So building that network during this week and keeping it going is so very important. And Denisha is a perfect example because she was there last year for the first time. And we've spoken several times over the course of this year, emailed questions, answers, and so forth. Just because that's what we do. We connect with each other all the time throughout the other 51 weeks of the year. Once that week is over, so it's not just a one-shot deal and that's it. The bonds will last well beyond the close of the Summer Institute.
I think you might have inadvertently just started a new saying right there, David. Den connecting. It's what we do.
Yeah. It is what we do.
That's the next T-shirt. Let's trademark it right now.
There we go.
It's time for, once again, Laura's list. Laura, 10 things not to miss at Summer Institute. Here is number 5, late night hangouts.
So you'll be exhausted. Your brain will be hurting by the end of the day with your sessions, but the learning does not stop, and the fun does not stop, obviously. So, hangouts will go into the wee hours of the night, and you will have groups playing Artemis, and you'll have groups playing card games, and you'll just have people hanging out, talking about what they have learned throughout the day. So don't just go to bed. Hang out.
All right, Tanisha, thoughts on that? Tanisha's
Did we lose Denisha?
We did.
No.
We did. Only one Floridian is allowed on it.
Yeah. So the after hours time is probably more beneficial than what happens during the sessions, because that's where the small groups really get together and really share and get to know one another. You know, it's really that communal time that is priceless.
Absolutely. Seth, any questions about that?
No, that sounds awesome, because that's sort of another thing you get nervous about. Like, I don't go to bed until midnight on a regular night. You know, like, you can't go to bed at 9 p.m. and just expect to go to sleep. So knowing that's pretty incredible.
And you have to keep this in mind too. You know, you got people from all over North America and some from England as well.
Yeah.
So we're dealing with lots of different time zones here. So midnight there is 9 o'clock for me. So I'm still, 3 o'clock. I'm almost ready for bed. So if you're still awake, perfect. All right, Laura, things to get and do and remember to get the best from your summer student experience.
So this might be an obvious one, but have all your social media stuff set up, have all your accounts ready, and be prepared to use them, because you will use all of them.
Laura, why are you hating on Google Plus? We love Google Plus here.
Go get some jokes. Come on.
Seth, you are on Twitter. Do you have any fears of social networking?
Oh no.
Perfect.
It's the life. It is my life.
All right. Last thing on Laura's list for tonight is comes to us from the 10 ways to avoid burnout. Number 5.
So there's note-taking apps you can download that will record your notes for you. There's also that you can take comfort knowing that all the notes that are being taken in the session are being recorded by someone and will be available to you later. So if for some reason you forget to take notes, or you're distracted, or you just needed to sit outside for a little while and missed that session, all the information you need will still be available to you.
Dave, you talk a little bit about that, taking notes, really getting everything out of each session, and not necessarily the sessions, but the learning outside the sessions.
Yeah, that's a great question. The sessions are really so well put together that there are times that, and I'm sure Brandon and Laura can agree, you've just gone into a session and you're all set up and you're ready to start cranking away on whatever everybody's saying, but then it just stops. Not that the session stops, but your need or desire to take notes just stops, because there's a discussion taking place, and actually taking notes on it takes you away from the importance of the discussion. So that will be something that you want to be cognizant of, but at the same time, having the ability to just take those notes when you need it, and knowing that somebody next to you will gladly share your notes or their notes, because it's all going to be electronic. You don't have to worry that you're going to actually miss anything. And I actually find most of the time when I'm there that I spend 75 or 80% of my time on Twitter, tweeting out what's happening in a session versus inside of Evernote or a Google Doc, unless you're the one taking the notes for that session. And over the course of the years, at least for me, that I've been going, I've really moved from a traditional note-taking approach at NSI to using Twitter most of the time. And that just works for me, because it seems that I'm always on there and sessions are taking place and you're just watching the stream and things are happening right in front of you, and it's an easy search to do that. And then I've noticed that there are some people, we have a great guy, another North Carolinian you'll meet, I think, Peter Panico, who arrived his first year with a notebook and a pen, and he wrote everything down in there, and that's how he took notes. And then last year he came back and he brought a computer. So there's a transition on how you approach and Laura's laughing, but she remembers, right? How it all works. So I guess the bottom line is find something that's comfortable for you, but don't worry that you need to record everything, because somebody else will help you out if you don't get it all.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Done.
We don't even need to be here.
All right, Seth and David, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm going to give you each one last 15 seconds to say something, share something, ask something. This time is yours. Seth.
First, I just want to say I'm so excited. This is the first time I'm ever doing anything like this. I'm so appreciative. I'm ready, and I'm ready to get the most out of it that I can. Very pumped.
All right, David.
Hey, well, first of all, thank you guys for hosting this podcast again and putting it together. Awesome job. And I, too, even coming back multiple times, so very much look forward to seeing the family and reconnecting and meeting the family members whom I haven't met yet. So that's my big thing that I'm looking forward to.
There you go. All right, well, thank you both for joining us tonight. And Denisha, thank you as well. We know you had to step out, so thanks for joining us. For all things Den Community, head over to dencommunity.com, and don't forget to check out denblogs.com as well. Laura, anything else? All
Thank
right.
you for letting me be here.
As always, Laura. We thank you for watching, and we will see you in Washington, D.C. Have a good night.
See ya.
Peace out.